My philosophy on business growth is grounded in the 20th century, whereby I believe that if a company is focused on its best and highest use and is hell-bent on creating profitable growth, it cannot fail. I believe the business owner is the accelerant and engine of business growth in a firm, and as the 20th century came to a close, it became evident that many of the drivers of success, from stability in financial markets, predictable competition, loyal customers, and a committed workforce, all were drivers of 20th century business and in fact have changed now. So with the evolving millennium and the clearly disruptive and transformational criteria and factors in the economy, my business growth philosophy has evolved to what I call 21st century sustainable profitable growth. In this new environment where business owners cannot predict where competition is coming from, the kinds of customer outcomes that will be demanded, and of course employing the next generation in a way that is a win-win, have really changed the playing field. So today, my philosophy has evolved into what I call the 4 fields of sustainable profitable growth. These are, firstly, the business owner has to become ever more curious and inquisitive as to what's happening in his or her environment. This includes taking the time to unlearn and relearn and reflect. The second is to develop a 21st century mindset. This involves really moving from strategic planning to strategic thinking and beginning to develop this GPS that allows an owner to be able to think over the hill, to think about what destination they're going to and the best way to get there. Thirdly, the skill of being able to lead a team forward is critical, both developing a leadership team that has the critical thinking ability as well as developing the millennial generation so that they will be able to take over and seize the reins is important. And lastly and finally, the ability to have a sustainable, profitable growth plan. This is critical in the 21st century because one cannot rely on history, one cannot look at what competition did do to predict the future, but rather a business needs to be managed as if it were owned by investors and thus would pass muster against any criteria of profitability, focused on markets, lower costs, capacity that will take them forward, and a mindset towards developing social media and technology to build the business for even the next decade. That's my philosophy.